The chapter we're studying is called Cells and DNA. Today we will read 3 interesting passages, all about the inside of the eukaryotic cell. It takes a lot of organization to keep cells alive. Let's begin. Organelles. Organelles help eukaryotic cells function. Almost all animals have these parts. The organelles are in the cytoplasm of the cell. Organelles are the defining characteristic of eukaryotes. Organelles keep a cell alive by working together, just as different cells keep the body alive by working together. Every organelle has a special job in the cell. Some jobs are more complicated than others. The nucleus and mitochondria both have complicated jobs, while the lysosomes have a simpler job. Still, every job is necessary to keep the cell alive and healthy. Each organelle has a specific function. Organelles work together in order to keep the cell alive, just like different cells work together to keep the body alive. The number of mitochondria, the powerhouse organelle, varies depending on the type of cell. Let's take a closer look at some of the organelles found in the eukaryotic cell. Take a few moments and explore the cell and organelles. Pause the video if you need extra time. Plasma membrane, mitochondria, vacuole, Golgi apparatus, centrioles, nucleus, nuclear membrane, nucleolus, rough ER, lysosome, smooth ER, ribosomes. DNA. The shape of DNA is called a double helix. DNA has 2 parts, the backbone on the outside and the bases on the inside. DNA wraps around histone proteins so it fits in the nucleus. The histone proteins are packed even tighter so all our DNA can fit inside the nucleus. Our DNA is wrapped around our proteins so it can fit nice and neat in our nucleus. DNA acts as a code that has instructions to help most processes in the cell take place. DNA is divided into genes, which are part of the organization process. DNA is a long strand made up of many nucleotides, or bases. 2 separate strands connect to each other. They're called complementary strands. The 2 strands form a unique shape known as a double helix. DNA is tightly packed in the nucleus of eukaryotes. The DNA would not otherwise fit in the nucleus. The tight packing also allows for great organization so the proper DNA can be used at the right time. In prokaryotes, the DNA is not in an organelle. Prokaryotes have much less DNA, so less organization is needed. Cells can't get what they need without DNA. DNA is in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. The wrapping of DNA is very organized, but the packing of DNA does not occur in prokaryotic cells.